So today's gonna be an interesting day. Gonna do a whole bunch of, gonna plug some holes, some drywall holes, and there's no telling what else I'm gonna get into. But we're also gonna work on the van. Got a special project going on, so let's check it out, man. Stick around to the end. You can see what I got going on in the back. So all I did there was use the kills to spray on that any mold or anything that's growing in there to encapsulate it for now. Later on today, my foam should be in. Then we can go back and we can spray foam all those cavities, and that will encapsulate the rest of it. Keep it from, if it can't get air, it will die, basically. But they're going to they're going to redo the wall on the other side later, not right now. I just need to get the walls closed back up and for the bank. So anyways, yeah, we'll get that. Hopefully the foam comes in around 1 o'clock. Then I can spray that in there. Hopefully that works out. Hopefully. I've never used the stuff. Now, here's the funny part. Is that you can get a big can. It looks like a propane tank with a hose and a wand, the spray tip and everything for like $300 at Lowe's. Okay. And that's that spray foam that you see people spraying in the walls all the time, right? It's real nice stuff. This is a miniature version of that. So it's just like my foam gun, except it sprays out foam in a wider pattern. So you'll see when we get it in. That way I can get into all the crevices and stuff like that. It'll seal that wall up. Noise reduction, blah, blah, blah. Now I can just go ahead and slap some more drywall in it, or some more insulation in it, you know, but I would prefer to do it the foam way. That way the water can't absorb into it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a water resistant kind of application. That way if there is a future leak, it's only going to leak over onto one side, which is the laundry room side, not into the apartment. So they're going to redo that anyways. But anyway, I don't have any work orders. I got one work order for a door lock, a mailbox lock, and one for a support bar. I put a support L or a triangle in there when the girl first moved in, but she's got so much clothes on that big long 9-foot rail that it buckled it down. There's an old door frame or a door casing, and I'm going to cut it to height and put a notch in it. Use a hole saw and then prop it right underneath that. You know what I mean? Because she's just going to overload it again, you know. Put another couple of supports across there and it's just going to get all messed up. This is free. I already have it. I just got to install it. Cool. So that and the mailbox lock, of course. And then since this is drying, these two are drying. I'm going to go back to the turn upgrade and we'll work on that the rest of the day. I really need to run to Home Depot because I looked it online and I think they may have that color in stock. What it is beside the countertop, beside the stove, it's got a burn spot on it. That's it. You know, and I couldn't match it at Lowe's, so I'm gonna go to Home Depot to see if they have that in stock. If they do, I can buy just like a 4-foot ish, you know, and just do that one side. But I'd rather take the time to go versus tearing everything out and replacing everything. You know what I mean? So I think we'll do that right now. I'll go over, take a picture of it, and then we'll run to Home Depot and see if they've got that. So, cool beans. I gotta get the truck out, just in case. Cool. Oh, hey, I got something for you. I saw this, and I didn't pay much attention to it at first, but Harbor Freight has got, you know, my Milwaukee M12 1-gallon sprayer, you know, that I use for cleaning coils and, you know, air conditioners and stuff like that. They sell one at Harbor Freight, almost exactly like it. Runs off battery, the whole 9 yards. Now, it doesn't have the PSI like what I'm used to, but if you guys are interested, you know, check it out. It's a little sprayer. It's chemical sprayer. I got it in the shed and found one with 2 keys. So let's go put this in real quick and get it over with. It'll be an easy one. It's the same style lock. This is the one I still got to do the ceiling up there, blah, blah, blah. This is the countertop I'm talking about. Right here. Right there. So we're going to go up to Homer, see if we can find this piece of countertop. And I still got to finish this one up. This is what we got to work on next. I got to fix that ceiling. It's buckled. And replace that drywall. And then finish up the paint. The finish up the paint's nothing. Let me just turn some lights on here. This looks really nice. There's a beauty kit for that. It's about all in there. In here, the rooms are done. Just little touch-ups, nothing major. On to the next thing. So this is just putting it back together. I gotta run over and get the other set of hoses to put at the other building. This hose, I can hook it up, but I gotta put the outlet back in. I'm just gonna wire up the other outlet off. I'm not gonna put them back in. Not both of them anyway. So, yeah, well, I'll probably just go ahead and put it back in. It's a temp. It's just for the weekend. Just so people can wash their clothes over the weekend. Good times. So yeah, this hose here is done. So this is what I bought these hoses for that I used yesterday on that water heater, but we'll go ahead and put the new hoses in real quick. All good, no leaks. So I had a guy make a comment on my last video when I said I was gonna put GFIs in these holes. I think he about lost his nuts, man. He was losing it. You can't put a GFI on that, blah, blah, blah. It'll trip out. Okay. As soon as he said that, I knew he was an electrician. Because only an electrician would come off and say something like that. Anyway, dude, I got stab locks here. You know what a stab lock is? Illegal as shit. Illegal. This is just getting through the weekend. Really? Hot's on the bottom, baby. Wait a minute, I better double check it. Hot's on the bottom. This is hot. Because it's called corroded. Hopefully this will screw on. It's in pretty bad shape. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's screw on. Tell you what, I'm gonna get the best of the other two out of the van. I just hooked it up on the other apartment. Cold is not too bad shape, so. Too bad I can't use these hoses for the pump, man. Well, I technically can. Let me go get the other hose out. Yeah, I thought it was funny. He was wanting to argue with me, you know. I mean, I made a comment. I'm like, just Google it, man. It's, you know, anything around water's got to be GFI. If not a GFCI outlet in the breaker box, GFI. You know what I'm saying? Don't get technical on me, man. Okay, this is an old ass apartment. It's 50 years old. Anyways, it's a rant. It's Friday. I'm tired. My arm hurts. I'm going home. See ya. So today's little project, today's Saturday, I'm going to work on putting the Omni wall on this. So first I've got to add wood to this to bring it out far enough because the drawers stick out about 1.25 inches, and then I'm gonna put plywood on this, and then we'll go with the Omni wall after that. Cool. So what I got to do is I got to mount a 2x4, cut a 2x4 down in half to go on this block here, and screw it, bolt it to this, and then I can put the plywood across. But I don't want to go below this shelf, because I use this for, and we're going to be redoing this. These are going to go on the other side, and then my long-term storage boxes will go back here, which is what's on the other side. The next project will be to put some angle brackets here and put a piece of plywood across here, or a 1x. Probably put 1/2 inch plywood right here all the way, so close this off, and then I can use this for putting the long stuff in here, because my ladder goes on the other side, but this stuff kind of falls down in there. That's the reason why I want to put a shelf in here. I might end up putting 2 shelves. We'll see how that works out. That's not today. Today we're just going to focus on putting this wall up. It'll go from here, I think it's 4 foot before it hits the ceiling, so that's what we're going to work on. Let's get started. I ended up getting 2 pre-cut 2x4s for $1. They were back in a pile, but I'm using 3/4 plywood so that it's real strong. Plus the Omni wall, when I put it on here, it's only mounted at the bottom and the top, so if I want to, I've got some other things I'm going to be mounting, so I can run screws through that into the plywood, and not, it just kind of support it. So you'll see what I'm doing. So for right now, I was going to paint this black, but I think it'd be an overkill. Don't need to do that. So let's go, man. First I got to measure it out, cut 2x4s down. I got my sideboards cut. Some stuff in my way here. Now I got to put these up really super close to the ceiling, and I'm gonna mark this basically where I need to drill my hole for a mount. So both of them are going to be the same. It doesn't really matter on this. This is just, I have to run a bolt all the way through this, then mount it, clip it to the railing, and then drill through the railing to put the bolts in. Just a nut and washer, you know, a nut bolt washer. That's all it is. Nothing fancy. It's just something big, beefy enough to catch the wood, to mount it to the aluminum railing, and then the plywood will be cut and screwed to this on each side. So that's how I'm basically how I'm doing it. I'm hoping that this all works. I'm hoping this all works. It's just a concept, something I had in my head, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. So we shall see, my friend. Just barely gonna miss it. Okay, so this rail, it's a C rail, and these tracks can slide up and down if I need to adjust. That's the reason why I didn't want to just run a self tapper in there, because then I would, you know what I mean? I'm just doing the best I can, trying to figure it out. So I think that this is going to be okay. I can get to that. I can get to this just barely. So I don't want to hit the ceiling, you know. So let's just go with it right there. Slap a clamp on it. Clamp on it, bro. I want, how to have it? Flat side in. For right now, we'll go with that because this shelf, man, this is very expensive. It's a couple $1,000s for it. I've already got the bottom one out so that I could have this set up. But like I said, what we're going to do is take these and put them on the other side and put those on this side because I'm always getting in these two. That's the reason why. So anyways, let's do the other side. So now that we got both sides set up, now I'm going to cut the plywood to go in this hole. It's 32 inches from the bottom of 2x4 to the top. So that's what we're going to do. Now that I got the walls up, I can go through and put a couple clips in here, a couple pins. Kind of hard to see it, but I got that pin in. Cool. I go through and put they even make these clips right here. This is to connect the two panels together if you want to. I don't find it necessary in what I'm working on. So I just want to make sure that my top stays in place. It doesn't come out. And I got one on that side. It's kind of hard to see in here. Woven in. Okay. That one's in. I don't like that. It's not fitting very tight. Huh. That's weird. That was weird. It didn't swell it. Kind of hard to see the hole. There we go. Now it's good. So now that they're on here, I can put some bottom pins in and go from there. Pins in. Okay. Nice and tidy, bro. Ain't that cool, man? Like I said, I'm not sponsored by them. I just love the product. So here, this is a spray bottle, whatever holder. Blam. I can put WD-40 bottles in there if I want to. And then each one of these products comes with a hole to pin it to the wall so it doesn't move. It doesn't rattle around. What else I got here? I think I picked this up. It's a smaller one, like a cup holder. I think I was going to use this for my plumber's putty. So I was going to do this with pack out, except the problem with the pack out wall mount is that you are limited to just what they have. You know what I mean? This way I can do anything I want on this wall. I have a bunch of this stuff, man. Okay, here is a glove, rubber gloves. So I can put this one right here, put the pins in it to hold it place, and I get one, I'll show you. I'm gonna bend them right there. Bam. So now I need a pair of gloves for cleaning out a drain or something. Bam, I don't have to go dig for it in the back. It's right here. So that worked out perfectly. And it's loose enough, I put my hand down behind it so I can use that for something else if I want. Anyway, so this is like cleaning supplies, spray bottles, blah 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 blah, primer, WD-40. That's what I think I bought this for. So this can go way down here on the totem pole. This may not even make it into the assembly. I'll explain that here in a minute. What I also purchased through another place was some really cool 3D printers, print products. So like I said, this is just some concepts, some ideals. This here is perfect. I'll show you what else I got. I can actually lower this down. I can actually lower it all the way to the bottom, which is actually hanging below the wall. So that's perfect. I have a couple other, this is all from the shop, most of it, but this is for drills. So I can put this drill holder at the very top. I get it in, there we go, and then it hooks down. We put this on top. And put this, my drills in there. It's for like air guns, you know, but what I'll do is I'll put some rubber, like weather stripping. You know, you can buy that thin weather stripping, and that way the drill will go in there and it'll stay there and it won't wobble around. It won't, you know, all that. So that's a really good idea, and it would keep it from coming out, you know, sliding out. So that's just a thought. And I can put like a little bitty piece of wood across here and have a little upper shelf if I wanted to. Just a thought. Then I got like a hanger of some sort. You know, I can actually, I don't know if it'll go in there. It will go that way, but I know that'll be a wobbly effect, so. But I have it. If I want to use it, I can use it. I can actually modify this and do some other with it, but let me show you what my really cool stuff. Print stuff that I ordered. Of course, it comes, you got all kinds of stuff you can order through them. So my really cool stuff that I ordered, you guys are gonna freak on this one. Battery holders. Ain't that cool? Bam, mount it right up there. Ain't that super cool? The holes for the pre-drilled holes for it. Let me see. There's the nameplate if you can read it. Anyways, the holes don't exactly line up with these holes. That's okay. Or just barely off. I'll show you what my thoughts were. I can use a long drywall screw. I should be able to catch the drywall or the plywood on the other side, and I can. How about that? I just need it to catch it. I don't want to pull the wall in. So the holes do line up enough that I can get a drywall screw through the hole. If not, the track, the horizontal and the verticals, I can always use those if I wanted to. I catch it by about a quarter, half inch. So, bam. In case you're curious, yeah, you can put the big ones in there. Cool? Ain't that nice? Super cool. This way, instead of having to use my pack out tray to hold my batteries, I can just, I don't need a lot of batteries per day, but I like to be able to have a couple batteries in case something happens. I need a couple extra ones. I got 2 of those. So I just need to make sure, yeah, I need to make sure I'll be able to get it out. I think it's overkill there on that. And in case you were wondering, yep, you can get them for DeWalt batteries. They don't come in a crate or a mount like that, but I can still mount them. It's cool. See how these holes are going to line up. Perfect. Perfectly. Now I can go through the horizontals on this. Well, nope, it matched. On the holes, it matched almost perfectly. I can see. Cool. So now I can take one of my big ones, bam, right there. Ain't that freaking cool, man? And yeah, they do lock into place ish. I really don't want it to lock into place. That way I can just pull it out if I need it. So now I can do DeWalt's up this way. I'll probably go ahead and put the other Milwaukee right here, or this one right here, and then put DeWalt's across there. In case you were wondering, they do make it for the big ones. So I can put that right there. I'm going to do this battery wall right here. So take this down, move it around. This whole thing is super cool. Helps me be more organized. I'll switch these out here in a little bit. And just in case you were wondering, they do make them for wall mount or tool mounts. I'll get a tool, show you. Get my big foot out of the way. Just a thought. Just a thought. Bam. So you can mount these up. Obviously just using all 4 screws though. But I can also do this instead of doing this, because I might just do it that way. So all kinds of, like here's my Milwaukee, impact. Works perfectly. I think that'll work fine. Here's my grinder. That worked fine. It's a little, top heavy. I don't know how well that concept's going to work out. So we'll work on that and see how that works out. The holes don't match, so I'll have to go through well, no, those don't even match. Nope. The vertical, I can go through the vertical on the top, but not the bottom. It's oh so close, man. I mean, I'm talking quarter inch. If it was a quarter inch thicker or taller on the back plate, it'd been perfect. But I don't know how well I'm gonna do this one. I mean, that's a cool concept though. But I'm also in a van moving around, so I don't know how well that'll hold up. I might do it something like that over here on this wall. I don't need it. I don't want it in my way. But I also have all the drawers for all that stuff. So we'll see how it pans out. We got looks like about 5. I got 5 of these. Another cool gadget is this, the flat bar. I'll show you what it go up one more. Go up one more. That way I can hit my holes. I'll show you what that's for. Tool bins. Parts, screws. you know, like a common screw I'm using all the time, I can put in there. I can also drop anything that I'm using, like plumber's putty, pipe dope, stuff like that. I can set it in there. Anything that's kind of common that I'm using, then I can mount that right on top if I want to. But I think I'll stick with my battery boxes over here. I think that'd be best battery wall right here. That way it's not in my way when I'm opening up the door. Cool? I've got this about as good as it's going to get for today. I've still got this whole panel here free. This is maybe, I'm not for sure yet. Put that on there for now, temporary. I did switch around the two pack outs that were here. I switched them, put them in the back. This is my shop vac, PEX, and ProPress. I got my bags in there, and then this is my tool project bag. If I'm going to be working on something, I always take this in with me. It just makes it easier. So yeah, it's not too bad. I hung up a couple things here for now, just trying them out. Both my cutters. It's just a temp. We're going to see how this works out. I was going to put those mounts, but they stick out too far. I don't want them, you know, bowing or breaking off. So for right now, we're just going to work with that and go from there. So in here, this is just miscellaneous tools. That's all that I have in these boxes here. Miscellaneous tools, stuff that's like, oh yeah, I've got that tool, you know what I mean? Same thing on the bottom. And then I've got a tray up top. In the back, I keep this is my HVAC box. This is my plumbing box for soldering. Couple fans. Keep a couple fans. Miscellaneous totes. That's about all that's up there. And then down here, this is my supplies. You got mollies, outlets, batteries, stuff like that. Over here, this is my plumbing. It was going to be my turn box, but I ended up using it for miscellaneous parts. You got furnace relays. PVC outlet covers, outlet switches. This is my drywall bin. It's what I carry my drywall stuff in. And then this one here, I haven't even put anything in it yet, but this is my screw organizer ish. Basically, this layer is for doing turns, working on apartments, basically. And then this should be my, yeah, it's my power box or power bins. Wow. And then I keep miscellaneous stuff. That's my laser level, socket set in case I need it, hole saws, you know, bits. Then down here is my pack out. I like this a lot. It takes up a lot of room with the foam insert, but it does a good job. I've had that for about 2 years. Well, here's just overflow tools, nailer. It's my pin nailer and stapler, impact. That's my desk. I just bought a sander and we're going to try the sander out on doing some drywall work. It's a concept. That's about all, man. It's just organization is to each his own, you know what I'm saying? So one guy may be like, I've got to have this, this, and this, but if you organize it enough, you'll find what works out for you. But sometimes it's throw and go, you know what I mean? And then sometimes they're like, oh, I need this bin for this product, you know, like I have a couple that are just for, like this one, this here is just for electrical fasteners. And then I have another little one on the other side. Let me see what's in that one. This one here, it's screws. All my different kind of fasteners, long drywall screws, Tapcons, whatever. That's all it's in that one. That really should be in the back, but for right now, we'll leave it alone. So yeah, I think this is gonna work out pretty freaking good, man. I like that a lot. I got a hook for my air mask. Like I said, I'm just trying this out for now to see how I like it. I may end up going with the wall mounts for the tools, but for right now, I'm just gonna let it go as it is. I like this concept with the bins. That's a pretty cool idea. Also, because this is metal, you can use Harbor Freight's magnet setup to go up here. And you know what I mean? Because you can get like the magnet holder for your gloves, you know, or paper towels. I do want to put the paper towel one in here. Bam. I have another one of these, but this is pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. That's US General magnet paper towel holder. Ain't that cool? So next project I'm going to do is that light that's back here. I'm going to get some LEDs for this whole area to go around, so it'll light this area up. And then I can light this area because, you know, I'm in the Great White North because I'm in Ohio, so we have shorter days more than we have long days. So when the fall comes, it'll get dark at 4:30, 5 o'clock, 4:30 most time. So I'm gonna run LED lighting in here somehow so that when I open the door, it lights us up so I can see what I'm doing. I'll probably run it on this because this goes back and hits. You know what I'm saying? So I can run that LED strip light on that. That might work out. So yeah, I guess this will work out for now. It's trial and error. That battery setup, man, that's the tits right there, bro. I like that a lot. Cool. Hope you enjoyed. It's another way of doing something. I like that. That way I can get this out of the way. I love that shop vac, or this little sweeper vac. This old guy just does wonders. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Have any questions, hit me up. Other than that, peace out. We'll see you on the next one. So I bought one of these DeWalt phone holders. Comes with a little magnet you put on the back of your phone. Phone case. I had to go back to my old phone. Anyways, that magnet is really, really good, right? Problem I have with it is that this little clipper here sucks. it will never stay on my vents. It's always falling off, right? So I found this in an apartment, but the ball there is a little too big. Pull this off, and it's got a screw right there. So I'm gonna, yeah. So I'm gonna cut this off because I've already tried. Wait a minute, is that how I was gonna do it? Yeah, because I want this part in there, right? So I'm gonna take this. You can take a screw out. Get a hold of it. Take that screw out real quick. I'm gonna take a screw out. So I can get this part off. Take the screw out of it. Now I've got that in 3 pieces. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut this off, because this comes out. You can take it out if you want to, but I'm gonna take this off and drill a hole in the center of it and run that screw up through there to remount this ball, you know, change out the balls. That way this will screw on, because I've already put this on here and it won't screw because this ball's too big. We're gonna give that a shot. See, it will go on there, but it's too big. I can drill a hole through this and put it in there. Cool, let's do that real quick. Get a little wet, push it on, lock it down, pow. Now, I can put this where I want it. Nice and tight, bam. Now I can put my phone up there, and I don't have to worry about losing it or it falling over. The reason why is because when I had it on the dash, it was constantly falling off, so we'll give that a shot, see if that works. I mean, it's not a big deal, you know, but I could never find anywhere to put my phone, and I wanted to put it up somewhere out of the way. So, plus the mirror, because I don't use the mirror, I can slide it down if I wanted to, just a little bit. Copacetic. There we go, right there. That's where I want it, right there. That way my phone is right there. Cool? Cool. That way I can turn my phone on. I can keep it up here. I usually use this for navigation. I never read text or anything, or, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go back to the big phone because the other phone ended up having a hiccup, and I have to restart it all the way from scratch. So anyways, caring, sharing.
You wanna praise God.